Do therapists become desensitized to certain types of trauma that their clients typically bring into therapy sessions? This person goes on to say they feel like some of their previous therapists reacted so coldly. Like they hear these things over and over again, and so it's no longer a big deal. Hey, I'm Gabby. I'm a licensed professional counselor practicing in the state of Wisconsin, and I talk about things for therapists, therapy goers, and about the mental health experience in general. So follow along. Of course, I can't speak for every therapist's experience, so I'm just going to speak generally. I think it makes sense for therapists to become desensitized to the content that therapy clients bring into sessions, especially if we are specializing in a certain area and have a niche. You specialize in a certain type of trauma, most of your clients are going to be bringing that type of content into session, and you're going to have overexposure to it. And because of that exposure, you build up some tolerance. So the definition of being desensitized to something is that there is less sensitivity and distress because of overexposure. Now, that doesn't always have to be a negative thing. Like, of course, in an ideal world, we wouldn't even have to be desensitized to these things. These things wouldn't even exist. But as a therapist, it's the nature of the job that clients are going to bring in some messed up shit. As therapists, it's our job to know how to hold space for clients when they bring that material into the therapy space. Being desensitized or having tolerance for that type of content, a specific trauma content, is actually beneficial to the client because it communicates to them that, one, it's okay to talk about here. Two, that they don't have to worry about how I'm going to react to it, that I can tolerate this and focus on them and focus on their experience versus them feeling as if they have to comfort me or that they have to shrink themselves and shrink their experience to not make me feel uncomfortable. There's a difference between having tolerance and being desensitized where you can still have empathy versus being desensitized to the point where you are cold. If you are experiencing your therapist as coming off as cold or anybody in your life is coming off as cold, to get curious with them about that. You might interpret as them being cold might be something totally different to them. Or maybe they were being cold, and that's an opportunity for them to reflect on that and make a repair, especially in the therapeutic relationship. If therapists become desensitized to the point of lacking empathy and don't have the ability to extend warmth, compassion to their clients, then that's probably a sign of burnout. So to sum it up, because we as therapists hear this type of content over and over again, daily, hour after hour from each of our clients, it is a realistic expectation that we would be desensitized and have a high level of tolerance for this information just given the nature of our work. Now, that doesn't always have to be a bad thing. I think for me personally, my tolerance level to this type of content, I can still tap into empathy, I can still tap into warmth, and I feel incredibly grounded when working with clients.